Folks, welcome back. My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments. We report the news, discuss the world of collectible card games, things that go up, down, trolley birds, bamboozle, and things that do nothing at all. I apologize again. I told you all in September here I was going to be absolutely crushed and slam busy. I want to make a nice long discussion today and from the old bookcase here for nostalgia. First time I filmed this video here in a couple of weeks. And I want to discuss with you all what is going on. Starting with the state of Magic, Pokemon. We just ran the Flesh and Blood Rosetta launch, incredibly successful. People are super happy. We've got the big Sorcery launch coming up. And of course, Pokemon. We've got 2 Scarlet Violet sets now hitting 150 plus tax on TCG Player at the fastest rate of appreciation I've seen in a long time. A lot of things going on. Magic the Gathering. We've got multiple collector boxes, even some cheap draft boxes hitting all-time highs. There is a lot of activity, a lot of fun things to go over. So, let's start front and center, okay? First, obviously, if you guys know, I just got back from Tampa, Florida. We did some filming, as you guys see on the channel. A lot of fun little silly, playful things and some good things, seeing everybody and out there. It's fun meeting a lot of you all. It's absolutely great time. We had the PCG, our first soft little PCG public booth for everything in the U.S. And again, 2 days only. We weren't even there the whole time. Just 2 days we were there. Almost 1,000 cards submitted for grading. Absolutely incredible. As PCG continues to grow, expand in the United States, and of course all our offices around the world. It's been wild. It's been a lot of work and a lot craziness than I expected. So that was really cool. So first, let's go into the world of Magic. Okay, so next up on the chopping block, we have Dusty. Okay? Clearly, this isn't going to be Crimson Val 2.0. So let's get that out of the way. So we got Duskmorn coming up, also in some of the distributors and Yip Yap we've been talking. It's called the Dusty set. So this Dusty, we have a couple things to go over. We got the Commander decks, the play boxes, the collector, and of course the TV box. If you know what I'm talking about, the horror bundle. I call it the TV box. So let's get a few things out front and center here first. The TV box comes out a little bit later, not at release date. Kind of later into the holidays. It does feel like a similar Phyrexian completed specialty bundle. The little TV box is probably going to be very successful and a fun holiday thing. It's probably going to be pretty expensive. Allocations are probably going to be pretty tight. As we saw with Phyrexia, the complete bundle, those specialty things with certain specialty chase cards in that are probably going to be pretty desirable. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to sell that product. I have no idea if I'm going to even be able to offer it or do anything, because if every store just gets a couple of these things, well, I mean, I just want to let you all know, if that product is bottlenecked, like the rumor is going to be, the price is probably going to go up a lot. And right now, the open market and TCG Player and eBay are telling us that stores expect a big bottleneck because the prices on those things are already hitting all-time highs, like 120s, 130s, actually with tax, 140s. So I don't know if that's a good price or not. I'm not sure because we don't know the details. Now, if they don't go back and reprint a ton of these things, like the Phyrexia completed bundle, these Dusty TV box bundles coming out here, I think that's a little later after release, are going to be very expensive, okay? If they do reprint a ton, it will tank the price. So that is going to be in the hands of Wizards. I'm not even sure if I'll be selling that product to you all and patrons, so that is a up-in-the-air coin flip product. Do whatever you want, do with it what you may, and that information, it's kind of a 50-50 shot there, folks. Next, moving to the collector boxes. So these Dusty collector boxes, apparently, which this is kind of questionable, apparently the print run on these things is actually being reduced again for a standard product. It has a less of a print run than Bloomborough. Now, this is where even, anti-game piece Rudy is game piece, haven't done in a while, sorry. Even in my opinion, I don't know if cutting, I get that Wizards is trying to make collector boxes collectible again. That's the whole thing that's been going on for 2024. Everybody knows this is not anything new. But there is a fine line. Like the Assassin's Creed collector boxes, the Fallout collector, again, those are Universes Beyond. But now that, Bloomborough collectors right now are all-time high. Their TCG Player at $230 plus tax. So people are paying almost $250 out the door for Bloomborough. And it's the newest set. Like, Bloomborough collectors, and no, I don't have any for sale, so don't ask me. But if you want to buy something, you can go on TCG Player and buy and support any store you want. But based on what I'm seeing, over the next 6 to 12 months, most likely, the odds and the data is showing us, based on the sell-through rate and what's left on the online, that Bloomberg collectors are going to follow the same path of Wildsville Drain and Ixalan collectors, and they're probably going to break 300 plus. Now, does that happen in a couple months or in a couple years? That is really the million-dollar question. As we continue this bull market of new products in 2024, again, that we have Lord of the Rings, all-time highs. You even have Doctor Who pushing $300 collector boxes, all-time high. And of course, we got the Ixalan's Wildsville Drain, all the way to the Fallouts, all the way to even the older products. We have a lot of very just good performing product lines across the board. Now, what does that mean for y'all? So if you're a not complete Rudy hater and wish me terrible things, I will be doing a small, I know this is going to be, this just to let everybody know, it'll be a small collector box sale for Duskmorn, Dusty collector boxes. Even my large 3,000 box allocation was cut below half. So I will not be able to offer patrons large 24 box master cases of this collector box. If you are looking for a large quantity, you may want to look elsewhere now or go online or whatever you want to do. That's kind of your thing. But be aware, I am going to have to offer in smaller quantities to make sure I don't sell it too quick, because Wizards is questionably making even standard collector boxes for standard draft sets very tight on the print run. And I'm hearing the new foundation set coming in the year is going to be even tighter for the collector boxes. Take it whatever you want with it. Now, play boxes. Again, $139.99 plus tax, $150 something. I don't know who and why thousands of people keep paying $150 out the door for play boxes, whether it's Bloomberg, Thunder Junction, or the new Duskmorn. I don't know. Again, this channel is sponsored by me, my left nut, and you all. And I tell you all over and over, I've been selling Bloomberg collector boxes by cases and cases and cases every day, and you can buy in any quantity you want. If you want one little box, you can get one little box. I sell for $116 shipped. That's for Karlov, Thunder Junction, Bloomberg, and of course, the new Duskmorn set here. Now, I don't know why people are paying over $150 online. Whatever, do what you want. Some people just don't like money, and they want to remain a Timmy. If that makes you feel comfortable and that makes you get warm and squishy at night, you do you. So, this is not a Crimson Val 2.0 release, okay? So, I want to really drive this point home, because going into this, a lot of stores and a lot of people were like, Rudy, I'm not going to order much of this. I'm telling you, it's going to be the new holiday theme thing. This is going to be the new Halloween, horror, Crimson Val Midnight Hunt, bad vampire wedding, and it's all going to crap. I was like, we cannot. I know there's some of you out there who are older farts like me, and you still use that 2021, 2022, 2023 bear market crash, and you worry about that, and you have price memory and negative emotions and PTSD and all this negative fear from what we went through. But that is not happening. This is 2024. We are going into the fourth quarter of 2024. Okay, we're a couple weeks from October. The entire 2024 year has been a collectible card world bull market. It has been one of the strongest positive new product release bull markets I have seen in my cardboard career of years and years. This is by far the strongest, best performing year I've seen for new Magic, new Pokemon, new Flesh and Blood, and of course the new Sorcery, even with white sets, okay? And then look at the new guys. Look at the new things, the Lorcanas, the Star Wars Unlimited. We are seeing just strength across the board. And there's still no sign that it's shifting. Now again, you'll see in the comment sections, you'll see online, and there's going to be people, different parts of this, the United States or the world, it's about the end is near, greatest crash ever, the same thing we've been talking about for 10 years on this channel. Eventually, some of these people will be right, because we will have another downturn, and then of course everybody will panic, and then they'll miss out like they always do. But I just want to re-emphasize, this is where we're at. Okay? So again, whether you support me, well, you're watching the channel, you're already doing that, so I thank you. Bro, invisible mouth hug, not real, just a little bit, little hands. But overall, it's really good looking. Things look great. We are marching in a stable, good direction, everybody. And I could tell on this last Pokemon release, okay, I could tell the market and you all and the patrons, the attitude has finally shifted. Because on Stellar Crown's release, I had the data point that stood out to me the most was not the, like 1,000 patrons buying Stellar Crown kind of thing. It was it was that for the first time since Sword and Shield era, okay, which is, again, we've been through, this is Stellar Crown's 7th release in Scarlet Violet. For the first time in the Scarlet Violet block, I had a record-breaking number of patrons who bought 1 sealed case, 2 sealed cases, or the maximum 4 cases on that release sale. And that was the part that stood out to me. The number of people spending on just the minimum 2-box order, just want to get a couple boxes, or a 4-box, maybe half case, or even on a sealed case of 1, the amount of patrons who bought a minimum of between 1 and 4 cases was record-breaking. I have not experienced that since Sword and Shield, probably Lost Origins or Silver Tempest time. Okay? So the fact that I saw that told me it took 7 sets in Scarlet Violet for the buyers and the confidence of the public to return. Okay? Now here's the downside. Here's the downside of it. I still get daily patron messages in public messages, everything. Of, I've like last week I had, I think, 8 patrons. I made like a little variety kit of 1 booster box, just privately. Just people requested, hey, Rudy, look, man, don't take it personally. I didn't buy any Scarlet Violet sets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought it was all shit. Sorry, and I bought new Stellar Crown, but can you give me like a variety case of like 1 of every box? I said, sure, but there's no discounts. The easy money, it's been made. The cheap prices of Scarlet Violet, they're gone. There is no $80, $90, $99. I mean, it's over with. We have 2 Scarlet Violet sets at $150 before tax on TCG Player. Okay? The worst sets of literally Scarlet Violet base in Paradox are $100 before tax. Like, and then the other sets are like 110, 120s. I mean, the problem is, this 10, 20, 30, 40% swing, depending which set you're looking at, the market's already readjusted. So, and I can tell because a lot of people have private messaged me, just, hey man, can you just, I don't care, just give me a couple bucks off the market price, maybe a nice safe case, send it over, double box. And we do private requests like that all the time, but it's interesting how many of those I've gotten. I mean, almost 10 people in a week just wanting that is very interesting. And because in the last year that never happened, and then all of a sudden have everybody at the same time, it tells me how everyone's feeling. Okay, and let's jump to the next thing. Look at Flesh and Blood. Look at Rosetta. Okay, coming off Flesh and Blood's release of Part the Mistveil, Misty came out, blew everyone's mind. One of the probably, I'm gonna call it right now, as of right now, in my opinion, probably the best Fab 2.0 set we've ever had released. Out of all the way back from Uprising to Dynasty Outset, all the way forward, Misty's probably number 1 right now. So, going into this release of Rosetta, absolute home run again. Absolutely fucking beautiful cards. Tales of Aria 2.0. Hopefully, financially performs better, but God, fucking beautiful set. And, the buyers are back. And the thing was, too, the amount of people buying was greater than I expected. The people who were buying more than 1 kit to get more than 1 promo card, maybe they want to split with their friends, they want to flip one online, I don't care, but the data, it was interesting to see that people have finally shifted from the negative, everything's going to collapse, bear market, just bullshit negativity. It took literally, what's today's date? Today is September, where are we at? Today is like September 17th or 18th. I can't see, I'm getting old. So it literally took almost the entire year from the market bottom last year in October, November. It literally took almost a year of upticks for the average person to realize, oh shit, well, I guess things aren't going to go to 0. And that is a really fascinating metric because there are people out there who were incredibly bullish and went balls deep on buying the shit out of everything. You're looking at the guy with the fanciest hair. Do I have any hair left? There should be a little bit. I put some duct tape up there. And, some people are going to do very well. Okay? And the problem is, a lot of people are led by emotions and they miss out on it. So where does that leave us, okay? It leaves us, coming up next in the card world, the biggest thing is obviously the Duskmourn release, and then of course, the Flesh and Blood Rosetta release. Let's see how it does post-market release. We have some crazy Weiss specialty sets coming out that people are looking forward to. And then of course we have the Mega Ultra, very first expansion set to Sorcery Contested Realm. And do you know what the name of that product is? Legends! So with that coming out, it's going to be a huge moment to see the first expansion in the first addition to the card pool of Sorcery. So, yes, I have not revealed the promo. I haven't revealed the playmat artwork. None of that stuff's been publicly revealed because I just don't want to shake the hornet's nest too much because it's going to be kind of a ripple and people are going to lose their damn mind and people are going to get angry. Ooh, the artwork. Ooh, ooh. You know how people are. We live in 2024. You have the internet. You have to be angry at something. You got to pick a side. You got to hate everybody else. It's the internet. Fuck. What are you doing with your life? You got to be angry. Okay, serious. God, you guys watch this shit? I'm sorry. So, I think Duskmourn's going to be really confusing because we all went into it expecting softer expectations compared to Bloomborough. So because of that, I would assume the pre-orders to Wizards and Hasbro were softer than Bloomborough. Based on that, I would assume either pissed off Wizards or maybe they adjusted based on those pre-orders from, many months ago. Now that we are seeing that it's not Crimson Vow 2.0 and people are genuinely really excited about this holiday Halloween horror set, we could see some serious movement here. I have been genuinely very impressed and surprised that Wizards has been this disciplined. I thought like Hasbro would push them to print more and get more revenue, by now especially. I'm really, really surprised of how well Wizards is staying the course with making these cards hold value, adjusting print runs down, and just not fucking around with the whole thing. I mean, just looking at everything. I guess, and we're late enough in the video too. So, for example, if you're a patron, you already know this. But Jumpstart 2022 is on last call, okay? I ordered my last pallet and everything. Everything's last call, and after that, it'll be whatever distributors have left over. Some have some cases, some have a pallet. It's not a lot in the grand scheme of life, okay? And how big the player base is in Magic and how big the world is, and it's not much, folks. And I'm looking at things like Jumpstart 2022 is on last call. Jumpstart 2022 is going to outperform the original Jumpstart from 2020 because the lower print runs and just the different market sentiment towards the product. It's unbelievable. Okay, so right now, this is if you're a patron, this is the last month. You've already been warned that it's on the patron sale. If you're a patron, I'm sorry, I'm shilling for myself, but you got to deal with it. That's how I don't take other sponsorships, so you guys can give me a mouth hug. Essentially, if you're a patron on the main page, you can see the schedule for the whole month. It has all the dates when all the sales are, and it has all the items you can buy anytime throughout the month you want. If you just want to place your month of 6 Bloomborough boxes at 116 shipped, it'll do your thing. If you want some of the older boxes, which, again, folks, I'm going to emphasize again, if you're into collecting and keeping sealed product, or if you just want to draft it, or if you want to keep future stuff for yourself, I do not recommend dumping all your money right now into Bloomborough play boxes, or Thunder Junction play, or the new Duskmourn play. I highly recommend you go after the draft boxes, okay? They are falling off, okay? Even still, in 2024 September, I think instead of 10 draft boxes at 91 shipped, we're down to 7? 6? They're dropping off. In Jumpstart, this is the last 2 weeks, and that's it. If you don't have it and you miss that, or if you want that product, go on TCG Player. It's $105 a box plus tax. Pay $115 a box. So essentially, I recommend if you're into this industry and business, especially if you're trying to buy your one sealed case a month, start with the oldest stuff first that's falling off and aging, okay? Because we have products even Crimson Vows and Midnight Hunts have upticked a lot. Infinity has been this unbelievable turnaround story. Baldur's Gate products, draft and set Baldur's Gate are all-time highs. Collector boxes are back over 200. I mean, everything has shifted dramatically, okay? I mean, it's just, even, just look at some of the, I know it's too soon to talk about it, but even stuff like Assassin's Creed, okay? Assassin's Creed, the Beyond boxes that are going to go to $50 like Epilogue, those things are as of this, right now, they're 98 plus tax. They are still 106 shipped. For the box that everybody said was going to, again, they didn't overprint it. People are still buying them every day in TCG Player, and the market is extremely stable, okay? The thinning of the collector boxes, which are below $300, I still think if you're a long-term person, Assassin's Creed collectors, I don't have any for sale. You can go on the open market, and if you believe in this stuff long-term like I do, again, look at the thinning of the market. These prices are going to be repriced. We are seeing it across the board. Every single collector box, everything from the last few years, We are seeing a lot of momentum movement. And I think it continues. And I actually think, based on how polished and kind of Wizards is on track right now, same thing with Pokemon, we are in for a very good rest of 2024. And we're in for a monster 2025. And if you don't believe me, like, have you heard the rumors of some of the new Flesh and Blood sets next year? Have you heard the fucking rumors of these new Pokemon sets coming next year? Are you kidding me? And I'm sure you're already aware of the Magic schedule next year with Final Fantasies and Marvel. Like, are you guys fucking kidding me right now? This shit is going to be insane. They are going to momentum from this year's recovery into a monster year next year. And I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, I don't know how, like, and I know what the comment's going to say. Well, Rudy, the election, Trump's going to win and everything's going to fall apart. No, Rudy, Kamala Harris is going to win and then everything's going to fall apart and inflation, this and that. I was like, let me give you guys a pro tip. I'm going to give you guys a pro tip right now, okay? For those of you that are wound up and you're angry, this and that, I guarantee you, no matter who wins some election that's already predetermined and all kinds of shady shit on both sides, I'm going to tell you guys a pro tip. The next day, the fucking sun will still come up. And guess what? The prices on TCG Player the day before, compared to the following day of the election, will be the same! Nothing will change! People are fucking stupid and crazy. So, as we continue to march forward, like I told you guys a year ago, most people will miss out. And we are 1 year into one of the greatest modern new bull markets I have ever seen. And I've been on YouTube for almost 10 years. I've been in the card world for over 20 years. I've seen the dumpster of shit. I've seen the beauty of success in bull markets. I've seen the failure of bad management in companies that disappear and just dissolve to the ground. I've seen all sides of the coin. I can tell when you all are bullish about the market. I can tell by the comments. I can tell by the patrons. I can tell by the spend rate. I can tell by the overall view count, the excitement. I can tell by just the vibe of the market. And I told you all a year ago, it felt like things were turning. And this last year, unfortunately, most people missed out because people got wiped out. They sold everything at losses in the 2-year bear market of 2022 and 2023. And here we are, marching through one of the greatest modern moments of collectible card games. And I beg you all to leave the emotion aside. Look for good, safe, fair deals from stores. Maybe you want to support Creepy Rudy. Maybe you want to buy a box from me. Maybe you don't want to buy anything. Maybe you want to be a patron just to literally watch the drama behind the scenes and watch the sales and watch Rudy charge 10 times market price and just watch the world burn. Or maybe you just want to send a message, say, Rudy, you are everything that's wrong with this world. I'm sending you a Chick-fil-A gift card. Yeah, I wouldn't be upset. Is this the face of someone who's upset? So, that is where we're at. Life's a beautiful thing. The card world is just a beautiful, just machine of gears in the sky. And no matter how you guys think Rudy controls this, or that store controls that, or this big company on TCG, the market's going to market. The market's going to do what it always does, just like the S&P 500. In the long run, the S&P 500 goes up. Even if the companies don't report good earnings, inflation will push it up. Or we'll dilute the dollar to make it go up. The point of the video is, one way or the other, shit is going to go up in price. Even if it's artificial with inflation or diluting the value of your dollar. So, well, if the value of the currency that it's priced in dissolves, it makes the asset look like it goes up. One way or the other, the shit's going to go up. And one way or the other, most people will be so entangled in their own analysis paralysis, they'll just sit in the corner and you'll just say, oh, the next big crash is coming. And you're right. You're right, Timmy. If you feel the next big crash is coming, if you feel that way for the next 50 years, eventually you will be right. Because historically, at least every couple of years or 5 years or every decade, there is a crash. So eventually, if you just preach that every day, eventually you will be right. If you want to go to Vegas and bet on 00, is there really a 000 on the roulette wheel now? What the fuck goes to these casinos? If you want to bet on 00, eventually you will be right. Doesn't mean it's the responsible, profitable thing to do, but eventually you'll be right. So folks, I hope you learned something today. Rudy's a very special carrot. It's been a very busy month. A lot of pressure, a lot of stress, a lot of workload for me behind the scenes. So I want to have a nice long talk with you guys. Weather's been terrible. Can you guys hear the thunder and stuff out there? It's been flashing, lightning, and we're on like day 9 of thunderstorms and rain. You know, this is the first, so I've never had a month where I've had Magic Pokemon, Flesh and Blood, White sets, Sorcery release, plus PCG record spike of orders, and I've never had everything hit at once. So it's been very, very challenging, which is why you guys have been seeing other videos and just kind of playful things on the channel right now. But, you know, we're trying to just keep everything humming along here as we get through this very busy month, and October should return to normal. I think it's really about all I have to say, everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying some little fun videos we filmed at different locations and openings of, you know, everything from Magic to Flesh and Blood and different old stuff. And it's been a lot of fun to see some of you guys. It's been a lot of fun to actually get out of the basement and, you know, try to actually talk to some of you all, shake some hands. It's been really nice. And I don't know why everybody thinks I'm a midget. Every time I see people in real life, they think Rudy's like some tiny midget. Like, should I be down here? I don't know, it's super weird. You guys know I'm like 6'4", right? I don't, maybe it's the bookcase thing? Is it the height of the bookcase? Everybody makes it, like, do you guys not realize how big this bookcase is up here? Like, this is like stacked, like 3, like, I don't know. People always think I'm a midget. I don't know, it's really weird. I don't know, fuck, I got nothing else to this video. Thanks for watching, folks. Or as always, appreciate the views, the support, the endless thousands of you all who are patrons, send me messages, and some of you buy stuff from me and everything. Again, that's the reason I do some of the things I do. It's the reason I give you guys draft boxes for 91. It's the reason I give you guys Bloomborough play boxes anytime you want at 116 ships. It's the reason why we do all the work. We grade the promos for the exclusive kits. It's the reason why we do all this is because it's a labor of love. I really enjoy this, and I'm a very blessed, lucky individual to live in a very surreal life of cardboard with pretty much the best fan base I could have, which is you guys. And cheers, everybody. Thank you all. Damn, it's a long video.